Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to episode 809 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, Marathon and Hut 8 have provided production updates for March, and Bit Digital has signed an LOI with BitMine Immersion Technologies for a hosting agreement. Just before we get into the show, though, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, to please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. All right, so Marathon Digital Holdings, Inc., which trades on the NasDaq as MARA, has posted unaudited Bitcoin production and miner installation updates for March 2022. Highlights include the production of a record 1,258.6 self-mined Bitcoin during Q1 2022, or 436.1 produced in March alone. This is an increase of total Bitcoin holdings for the company to 9,373.6 Bitcoins. Also, the receipt of approximately 5,600 S19 ASIC miners from BitMain in the month of March. Fred Thiel, Marathon's CEO, said, quote, "Our primary focus at Marathon remains on deploying our miners. Given our record first quarter, our ability to work alongside our partners to overcome obstacles, and the positive news we recently received regarding deployments, we remain confident in our ability to continue to execute on our strategy of scaling Marathon into one of the largest, most agile, and most sustainably operated Bitcoin miners in North America." End quote. Hut 8 Mining Corp., which trades on the NasDaq as HUT, has announced a production update for the month of March. Highlights include the mining of 345 Bitcoins, or an average production rate of 11.1 Bitcoins per day, the installation of 560 new micro-BT M30S and M31S Plus miners, and the near-complete construction of the company's third mining facility in North Bay, Ontario, Canada. Jason Zalewski, the head of technology at Hut 8, said, quote, "Our teams working in Medicine Hat and Drumheller, Alberta, have continued to ensure our upgraded machines are delivering strong results for us. Our orders from MicroBT are arriving as scheduled. We are experiencing consistent growth in our MicroBT authorized repair center, and we continue to actively recruit team members as we continue to grow." End quote. Bit Digital Inc., which trades on the NasDaq as BTBT, and BitMine Immersion Technologies Inc., trading on the OTC as BMNR, have signed a letter of intent establishing a hosting relationship beginning with 7,000 current generation ASIC miners. This, according to the press release, includes an agreement for a mutually beneficial revenue split of the mined Bitcoin, as well as a multi-year term. Bit Digital CEO Brian Bullitt commented, quote, "We are happy to begin our relationship with BitMine Immersion Technologies and have known the team for some time. As a company, we have been intrigued by mining using immersion technology, and we are happy we found an ideal hosting scenario allowing us to utilize the benefits offered by immersion cooling of our machines." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available.